Hi everyone, today we will talk about key points of EKS upgrading. After the video, we can choose the most appropriate upgrade strategy for our EKS cluster and its needs. We will have smooth transition to the new version EKS and ensure our application keep running smoothly. Let's start. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lian Duan, and I have been a developer for over 20 years, specializing in DevOps and cloud security. You can find all the video content and the related code on my GitLab repository. The links are below. In today's video, we'll cover why we have to upgrade EKS, how to prepare for the EKS upgrading, how to choose Upgrade EKS strategy, and AWS EKS in place upgrading steps. Upgrading your EKS cluster is important for three main reasons. First, you will get latest features and bug fixes, making your cluster running better. Second, it ensures your cluster has latest security patches, protecting it from attacks. Third, running an unsupported version means you wouldn't receive these critical updates. I mean item 1 and item 2. The table shows the support timelines for different Kubernetes versions on AWS EKS. Note that each EKS version has 14 months for standard support and 1 year for extended support if needed, but you have to pay it. Remember, you have to upgrade the EKS cluster sequentially. For example, I'm current version on the 1.28. If I want to upgrade my cluster to the 1.30, I have to upgrade to the 1.29 first, and then upgrade to the 1.30. Upgrading gives you access to new features, bug fixes, and keeps your cluster secure. Just like upgrading your phone. But before we jump into it, there are a few things to check to make sure the upgrade goes smoothly. Make sure we have 6 things ready. First, IP addresses. We need to have at least 5 free IP addresses available in the subnet. We can check this using AWS EKS describe cluster plus your cluster name to get the detail. Second, permissions and security. We need to make sure our cluster has the right permissions and security settings. This involves checking the IAM role and security groups associated with the cluster. The commands is below. We can use the AWS IAM git role and AWS EC2 describe security groups to verify this. Next, understanding the upgrade. Before upgrading, it's like reading the infrastructure for the new tool. We need to review the release notes for the new Kubernetes version that we're upgrading to. Their notes tell us what's new, what's changed, and any special steps we migrate need to take about. We can find the release note on AWS website. There is the link. 3 remaining items are in the next slide. Clean up old stuff. Sometimes our cluster may use outdated software called APIs. Think of them like infrastructures for the cluster to understand our applications. We can use a tool called Kube.trouble to scan our cluster and see if there are any outdated APIs. If we find any, we'll need to upgrade them before upgrading. Backing up. Making a safety copy, we can make a backup for our entire EKS cluster. This is like making a copy of your phone data before upgrading. We can use a tool called Velari to create a backup. There is a Velari backup command. We will need to give it a name and specific which part of the cluster to backup. Velari can backup persistent volumes, persistent volume claims, namespaces, deployments, state for sites, services, customer resource definitions, customer roles, customer role boundings, secrets, and config maps. What Velari doesn't include, such as running application data, and cluster logs. Latest item, we can use Valera against to check if it is stored in the right place. By following above steps, we can ensure our cluster is ready for smooth and successful upgrade. If you want to see the hands-on demo for each item, please leave the comment below. I will create the videos. Next, let's talk about how to choose our EKS upgrade strategy. Choosing our EKS upgrade strategy, think of it like choose a path to get to the top of the mountain. First thing, which tool you want to use, either Structure as Code or AWS Management Console. If you have multiple EKS clusters, IAC is a better choice, such as Terraform. If you only have a few EKS clusters, AWS Console more quickly. After you make a decision, use Terraform or AWS Console. How do we approach this upgrade? In place upgrade, we can upgrade the software directly on our existing cluster. One small version, jump it at a time. Like our EKS cluster on the 1.28. Our goal is a 1.30. We have to upgrade our EKS cluster from 1.28 to 1.29 and then upgrade it to the 1.30. This is a lower chance to minor service interrupted during the upgrade process. But if we want to jump to a much newer version, it may be easier to set up a new EKS cluster. This is like you get a new phone. We can create a brand new cluster with the latest version and then migrate our application over to it. This approach can involve some downtime. Migrating applications from old cluster to the new one. There are more advanced options, blue-green or canary upgrade strategy, like having a backup phone ready with your main one. We can set up separate cluster with a new version and test it before switch everything over. That approach allows for zero downtime during the upgrade process. Based on our requirements, budget, and IT resource, choose which one is good for you. Now we are ready to upgrade and enjoy the benefits of the latest version. Next topic is EKS in-place upgrading process, which is a common strategy. Once we choose in-place upgrade process, there are two main parts to upgrade: control plan and data plan. Control plan, this is a brand of your cluster, like a CPU of your phone. We upgrade it first. Data plan, there are the EKS worker that run our applications, like the apps. We'll upgrade it second. There are two types of worker computers in EKS. Easy-to-note group, they are virtual machine, kind of the renting computer in the cloud. Fargate profile, they are serverless option, where AWS manages the computer for us. Add-ons, after upgrade the control plan and data plan, we may also need to upgrade additional software called add-ons that work with our cluster. The add-ons has two types, released by the AWS, such as VPC CNI, Kube Proxy, Core DNS, etc. If your add-ons are from third party, make sure they're compatible with our EKS target version. Testing. Finally, no matter which upgrade path we choose, it's always a good idea to test things out first. This is like trying out your new phone case before you commit to it. We can test the upgrade in a non-critical environment before applying to our main production cluster. That's all for today's video. Today we learned key points of EKS upgrading. By considering these options, we can choose the most appropriate upgrade strategy for our EKS cluster and its needs. Thank you for watching and see you the next time.